Wow. Is that the
Well,
first time I've shown that with the video and stuff? I think it is, isn't it?
that was
I can't remember if I
beautiful.
did it last.
That music
Maybe.
is beautiful. I hope that's not the one that is
No.
gets It's a different one.
No. Yeah. So then, guys, welcome back to the AKM podcast. We're going to cover a few things in this episode. We're going to talk about the Darwin Nunez situation. That my stance has changed on it over the past few days. I won't lie, in a few weeks. We're going to talk about journalists and how they're getting called out now as well by some of the fans with how they're handling certain Liverpool situations. I know Seano's got a few topics as well he wants to talk about as well, regarding like Fowler's comments. This on our Facebook page, which is taken off, guys, the whole Joey Barton situation.
Joey Barton.
And yeah, we've got a few other things as well we're going to discuss as well, like the fixture realignment and everything like that. So without further ado, is there anything you want to get off your chest, Seano, before we get going?
Well, obviously SD Designs 2020 on Redbubble, but we also have AKM LFC on Redbubble as well. We have a new linked tree kind of thing with all our links and whatnot, and also Fibersportmemorabilia, who are very good enough, or were very good to sponsor us there with a few spot prizes there at the end of last year. So big up to them and Fibersports Cop Art.
Yeah, and I've also had like confirmation from Phil, our last winner, that he actually has received the signed Jan Molby photo. He sent us a picture of it, didn't he? And then I've also had confirmation from Gareth, who got the Pep Linders book. And I think they're the two that I last sent out. Yeah, so they're both there. How are we doing, Scott? You all right, mate? I hope you're doing well, pal. So where do you want to start today, Seano? Where should we start?
Well, obviously we didn't do a match review on the Liverpool game, Liverpool Accrington Stanley 4-0. What I would say about this is a lot of people probably kind of thought, well, this is not an important game, that it's a certainty that we're going to win it. But I think it's very, very important for us to play as well as we did, and to get the players on and to get them to perform, because I think, we were talking about Trent, the magnifying glass on him because of contracts and whatnot. Obviously, there's kind of a big magnifying glass on Chiesa, the appeasement signing from last summer. What is he here for? And luckily enough, he scored a nice little goal there for us. Was very unlucky not to score two. So all in all, it was a good result, 4-0. It wasn't like a walkover. It was a kind of, I think, Accrington Stanley did, they did do well in the game. But like obviously they couldn't deal with the quality of Liverpool Football Club. But it's good to see obviously the young lad, the 16-year-old Ngomo. Dan's coming on, him getting a goal as well, Jota getting a goal, and obviously Chiesa, really, really important. I don't know whether you got to watch the game, because I know you were sick.
Yeah, I had it on in the background. Yeah, I watched bits and bats. I enjoyed the game. I thought it was decent. It was good I think Rio was a standout to me.
Yeah.
I really, really did enjoy Rio's performance. I think he's a star in the making, in all fairness. Let's not big him up a little bit too much. We've seen how that goes, like with Ben Doak, Bobby Clark, and that. Bobby Clark's no longer here. Ben Doak's probably days are numbered at the club now. Let's just wait and see what happens with this Rio lad. But yeah, he made a good account of himself. It was good, like I said, for Chiesa to get some minutes, actually get on the pitch. He looked a lot more lively than he has been.
Yeah.
But as Slot said as well in his post-match press conference, it was against like a League 2-3 opposition. So, which, to be fair, I saw some people calling out Slot for saying that, but it's the truth. And that's what I like about Arne Slot. Arne Slot just says it as it is.
I think it was rather complimentary All right, Jamie.
All right, Jamie, mate. How you doing, mate? Hope you're all right, pal.
I think it was rather complimentary of Accrington Stanley. I thought there was a nice vibe between the two clubs. You know, I don't think there was any disrespect shown, but you know.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm arranging something with my auntie. She's been trying to ring me while I've been live.
Do you want to take that? No,
it's fine. I'm just texting her. I'm texting her. So yeah. Yeah. The Accrington Stanley game was good. It was good to see some players get out there. And it was good. I think that game as well came at the right time where I've said this in a few videos now. Some of them first teamers that didn't play needed that break.
Yeah.
They needed that match not on. Like Ryan Gravenberch, for instance, who's played, I think, nearly every single game. He might not have finished every game, but I'm pretty sure he's played every single game apart from that one this season.
Mm.
You know, like Mo Salah as well. He needed a break. But yeah, we're through to the next round, unlike Arsenal. So yeah, let's see how much further we go. You know, we might end up going through and winning it all the tournaments. You never know. It's on still at the moment, isn't it? It's in our hands. So let's see how it goes. Hold on, what's Doug said here? Slot, Arteta, Amarin, Postecoglou go into bar together. Arna buys the first round and they all sit chatting. Arteta gets the next round and they carry on chatting.
I like that, Doug. I like that. We're up against Plymouth Argyle, so that's not a bad all round for us.
No.
It obviously there were comments made by Robbie Fowler at the start of the game that has kind of got people's heads rolling and people talking. I don't know whether you want to bring that up yet.
Yeah, bring it up, mate. Yeah, bring it up.
So obviously
we're not sure if Martin's going to join us today. So yeah.
Yeah, so he was obviously talking about Darwin Nunez, and he's not sure that Darwin is a Liverpool player. And he went on to just talk about, I suppose, what he lacked. You know, there's pace there, but he hasn't got quick thinking when it comes to, you know, what to do with the fucking ball when he has it. But he just reckons that he's not a Liverpool player. You know, okay, he puts in, the hard work and whatever, but there's no point in doing that when you're not converting the chances. And I think, we saw that in that game. It's like we saw in that game that he had a few opportunities and was just kicked it all over the place. Really, his final touch is just not good. And I think, Fowler was honing in on that and making comment about that. The other comment that he made was, has Fowler been hired by Nunez to kind of help him out? And he says that he's unemployed and he's probably the only unemployed Scouser, which some people took offense to or whatever. But yeah, that was basically the comments in a nutshell. I'm not really quoting it verbatim, but that's basically what was said. I don't think anyone could really argue that point.
I mean, yeah, let's talk about Darwin now then, mate. I think let's just go into it.
Let's get it done with.
It doesn't look good on him to have played against Accrington Stanley and not scored a goal. And I think, I was texting you and Martin when it was all going off and everything like that. And when he had that shot in the first half and he just skied it, and I sent you that voice note, I was just like, oh my days. Like, it didn't even have to technically score there for me, but it didn't even get on fucking target from like inside the box. I don't know. I mean, I've seen compilations that people have put out there saying like, people are like bad mouthing Nunez, but he's done this, and it's like all his goals, and yeah, he has scored some really beautiful goals for Liverpool, but how few and far between are them? Like, I've got this thing here that I'll pull up, and actually I've got it saved. I've got it bookmarked over on X. So hold on a moment. So basically, this is how. So people say that Nunez didn't cost X amount of money, yeah. So Liverpool paid guaranteed £64 million for Nunez. After 10 appearances, so they've already got this, they got an extra 4.3. After 60 appearances, they get an extra 8.5. If for individual and collective performance bonuses, they get 8.5 million. As it stands right now, Liverpool have paid 76.8 million for Darwin Nunez, right? So they paid more for him than they did Virgil van Dijk, right? If Liverpool was to win either the Premier League or the Champions League this year, it would be 80 million. If they win both, it would be 85 million, close to 90 million pounds that they would have paid for Darwin Nunez. Now, I know that like people say like he's got the instinct, and I think he has. I think when he don't think about it, when he reacts, he's brilliant. He really is brilliant. But I don't know if the price tag I got to him to start with. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if it's what he's being asked to do. Like the team's not built around him. Like the team's built around Mo Salah. Like Nunez has, and when we first signed Nunez, they tried to build it around Nunez because Salah then spent most of his time further out wide than ever before. And, Salah's performances dipped, right?
Yeah.
That didn't work. So they've gone back to putting Salah as the number one, and Nunez has to sacrifice himself. Like, I will never say that Nunez don't put 110% in for Liverpool. How many times have I seen him this season where he's in the centre-back position?
Yeah.
He's all the way back there, putting a tackle in, winning the ball back, and that's amazing. But as Robbie Fowler said in his comments, that's all well and good doing that. But when you are signed as a striker, your job is to put the ball in the back of the net.
Now, I'll even go so far as saying, though, Adam, that's the bare minimum that is required of being a Liverpool player. Is giving it 110%, is tracking back and clearing the ball when needs be, regardless of what position you're in. So the fact that he's gone and he's done that, well and good. That's like, I don't want to go all Roy Keane, but it's like, expecting a medal for being a postman and delivering the post, So he's a great, hard grafter, but he's not putting the ball in the net. That's what we need him to do.
And it's, I don't know, like he misses so many easy chances, and there's been occasions, like I said to you in the stream before, about when we were playing somebody, and I think it was Jota that got the ball and Jota scored, and I said, if that were Nunez, he'd have missed, but Jota scored.
Yeah.
But Nunez cost almost double what we paid for Jota. And I know it's his release clause and this, that, and the other, and it shouldn't really matter what you pay for him. And I've seen people saying that Nunez has scored more goals than Roberto Firmino, but Roberto Firmino's job was not to score goals. Roberto Firmino's job was to drop back as a false nine and let Mane and Salah score the goals.
He contributed a whole lot more to the game and the play between Mane and Salah than I think Nunez did for Diaz and Salah. So I think you can't really make a comparison in Bobby and Nunez. But the thing is look, we all want players to do well when they decide to put on a Liverpool jersey, but there comes a time where we have to say, well, right, is the player good enough for Liverpool, or is Liverpool suiting him? And if it isn't, we have to just say, well, right, football is too cutthroat. Premier League is too cutthroat, and we need to get our shit together. And if he hasn't got his shit together, or if he's not producing the goods, well, then we have to get rid of him, I think.
Yeah. It's like there's a few here as well, actually. I just want to catch up on. So, Brian said here, good evening, lads. Here we go. I think tomorrow night's massive. The match I've dreaded for a while. Keep defending like we have, and we're in trouble. But I think we win this. It's the league. I think Scott mentioned that in a comment on the video earlier that he's dreading this game. Brian also says Nunez is not for him regarding Fowler. Scott. Now I know Scott's a big fan of Nunez, and I was a fan of Nunez, Scott. Like I was defending Nunez left, right, and centre, but my patience has just worn thin a little bit, I guess now. But Scott says that he's a big fan of Nunez. I think there's a real quality player there. However, I don't think he suits Slot's style at all. At Benfica, he was the main man and everything played through him. I said that as well. Like, I think the fact he's not the main man in more salaries, I think that's a bit of a detriment to his game. I really do.
I think that's, it's also the whole thing about playing in a bigger club than Benfica. I mean, when you go over from Benfica to the likes of Liverpool, it's a completely different ball game. If you're not the main man, well, then you got to show and be accounted for. And the thing is, I don't have any hate towards Darwin Nunez. I like him as a guy. I'd like him to do a lot better than what he's doing. But is he costing us games? Could he cost us points? Because it's coming up to, the end of the season is this year. It's fast approaching. There's going to be some very, very busy schedule. There'll be fixtures coming fast and thin and fast and thick with us. And we're going to have every player playing at their best in order to fight off the rest of the clubs that are even dreaming of a title hope. But I guarantee it, their number 9 is bloody putting the ball in the net. We need our number 9 to do that. And if he's not doing it, well then, how many more seasons have you to give him?
Yeah, this is his 3rd season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what he's done. I'll just get his stats up now. Hold on. I should have probably got it prepared while we was doing it. So he should be going into his prime now as well, to be fair. He's 25 years of age. So far this year, he's played 26 games, 4 goals, 4 assists. All seasons. Let's have a quick look at this. It's not going to work out like that if I do it like that. So basically last year, 11, 16, 17, 18 goals last year with 13 assists. That's not too bad, actually, to be fair.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. His first season with us, 13, 14, 15 goals with us and 4 assists in his first season. So he did improve that second season. Compared to his first. But this year, what did I say? Done he's 26 games
and 4
goals, 4 assists. He's got more yellow cards than he has goals and assists, nearly. If he gets booked 3 more times, he's got more yellow cards than goals and assists so far this year, which you don't want to get from a number 9. And yeah, I agree with this bit here as well from Scott. That he thinks the lack of games he gets and links to the other forwards we've been linked to is pretty clear. Slot doesn't rate him. Slot don't rate him whatsoever. It's very much similar to the Endo situation. I also think as well the lack of game time he's had with the other players as well to start with. He didn't really get a chance to learn how Salah plays, how this plays. It's all well and good doing it in training, but when you get out there on the pitch, it's a completely different story. But then we had the issue as well to start with of he's a very raw talent when you think about it. If you start listing all his issues we've got with him, obviously we've had the goal scoring thing, we've had the offsides, we had in his first season he got sent off for headbutting somebody, so he's got a short temper or something, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like he goes off, and again, this is not me digging at him. I'm just saying he's a raw talent who needs to be coached a lot. For Uruguay, he goes off into the crowd, which his family's at risk, blah, 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 whichever. But again, on top of everything else, that's not a good look. So, I don't know, man. Look, it's Martin.
I was wondering who that was. I was like, who the fuck?
I'll time him out.
The one thing I'd say about, your number 9, if you're lucky, right, you have a squad of 11 and there are maybe 3 or 4 of them that are guaranteed to start, or a squad of 22, and you're guaranteed that there were maybe 4 or 5 that are guaranteed to get a starting 11. Right, your goalkeeper.
All right. Before you go any further, let's play a little game.
Go on.
You just said 4. Like, who are your dead-on starters for Liverpool's best 11 right now? Who is your, like, they're definitely in the team?
So obviously Virgil, Kanate if he's fit, McAllister, Gravenberch, Salah, and Diaz. But I'd also put Gapco in there as well.
So you've got like 6 or 7.
I've got 6 or 7, but what I'm saying is the average team would have maybe about 4 guaranteed starting 11. Your number 9 should be guaranteed. Guaranteed. Do you know what I mean?
I did find it interesting as well, though. As soon as Jota came back from injury, Jota went straight back into 11. We even tried the fact as well, like with Scott, earlier saying about like it's clear that Slot doesn't rate him, not Scott. Scott does rate him. That Slot doesn't rate him is the fact that he's tried Szoboszlai and Diaz as a number 9 as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it goes back to kind of like, you know, what club have you ever seen where they brought in a new head coach and they have not been backed financially for a transfer window? So that they are left with the players that they have, maybe less on the squad, and they have to work with that.
What's going on with them dogs?
I'm about to go ballistic with them because, hold on a second, I'll be back in a minute.
So guys, while Seano goes and sorts that out, I can see you all listing there. Your dead certs into the starting 11. So for me, I would say, do you know what? This season is probably the first season that I would say that I can't decide who my number 1 is. I can't 100% give it to Kelleher, and I can't 100% give it to Alisson either, because they're both just as good. I think Virgil goes straight in at centre back, obviously. He's back now, popping back in. Virgil goes back in. I think Gravenberch for me is dead on, and I think Mo Salah is dead on. They're the ones that I'd say are my core players right now. Gravenberch, Mo, Van Dijk. That's my spine. I couldn't pick a goalkeeper, as I was just saying. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah.
I think this is the first season while Alisson's been at the club where I'm not bothered whether we've got Kelleher or Alisson in that.
Yeah. Neither.
I really don't care.
Mind you, I mean, if you were to put the 3, let's say Mohamed Ashvili, Alisson, and Kelleher, I would still go for Kelleher and Alisson.
Yes, at the moment, yeah. Scott says here, the thing is, Slot doesn't class Nunez as a number 9. He's well down the pecking order when they are all fit. Yeah, exactly, mate. Do you remember, was it last year or was it his first year where Klopp tried playing him out on that left wing?
Yeah.
Klopp tried to turn him into a bit of a winger, didn't he? But that really didn't work either. And he put Gakpo down the middle, but hey ho.
And I mean, if you remember Gapco's first game, he was in midfield. He was on the wing.
Yeah. But Slot, I keep calling you Slot, Scott. Sorry, mate. Scott was right earlier as well about saying that like we've been linked with all these forwards. You know, that lad from Napoli, Kvaratskhelia or whatever you call him. That might have been a bit of a nothing link or whatever, but we've been linked with other forwards now as well. Like I've got this one set up for us already to discuss. So we have.
Just while you're doing that, Kvaratskhelia has said to Napoli that he wants to leave, or he is leaving, but the likelihood is that PSG are going for him. I think they're the only club that have put in a bid. So,
don't you think that's very funny though? How 24, 48 hours prior to him saying that he wanted out, Liverpool were all over him. We're in for him. We're in for him. And then as soon as he comes out and goes, yeah, I'll leave. Liverpool are like, nah, we're only kidding. We were monitoring you. We were monitoring. No.
Yeah,
Don't be silly.
Going back to the Ian Ayre days where we monitor players for other clubs.
And then Jamie Phillips says there, PSG have been speaking for 12 months. Yeah, that's probably true. Liverpool would have been aware of that situation. Liverpool would have known what was all going on. So why? I'm not having a dig at you here, Jamie, but I'm just like, why then did they let it come out? I don't get it. Like, shit like that does my head in. It does, like where, do you know, it'd be like me, Sean, like, yeah, in fact, it'd be like the situation that's happened on that in our group text earlier, where Martin was like, oh, how come you didn't invite me to come meet up and that, like that? It's like, well, mate, you live in Ireland, like you wouldn't have got here. Like, do you know what I mean? Why bother inviting?
I didn't even read that bit. I just went.
Like, why bother inviting you? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, whereas if other clubs know what, like, when we talk about Liverpool stuff, right? I always use that same mindset for other clubs' transfers as well. So, like when we always say, like, oh, go back to the Jude Bellingham thing, for instance, when we're all like kind of like going, oh, well, Liverpool are in for Jude Bellingham here, and like it's all over, and we're doing this, blah, 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 whatever. And, we're talking to him behind the scenes, even though we shouldn't be doing it, right? And then the Trent thing comes on, right? And everyone's like saying, well, Real Madrid should get done for tapping up here because they're talking to him behind the scenes. Well, we were doing the same thing with Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
We were doing the exact same thing with Jude Bellingham.
Doing it with Virgil as well.
Did it with Virgil as well, yeah. And then, obviously the thing with the Kvaratskhelia thing for me, right, is why did the club let it be known that they were monitoring a player that they had no chance of getting? Like, as Jamie said there, PSG have been speaking to him for 12 months. Fabrizio Romano saying that PSG are the only club that are gonna go in for him. Why let it be known that you were interested in a player that you had no chance of getting?
You see, this goes back to what I've been saying all along. Since I did Fenway, we come not to pay. I've kind of learned that a lot of the journalists out there that cover Liverpool don't report news. They, report what they're told to report.
Well, that's the thing, because these reports came from Ornstein and Paul Joyce.
Yeah.
Now, Paul Joyce wouldn't wipe his ass if Michael Edwards didn't tell him to do it.
Exactly.
Right? Paul Joyce only says shit when the club tell him to say shit.
Yeah.
100%, right?
And Ornstein is now the new golden boy for the club. Yeah.
Like, that's why you never see Paul Joyce talking about, like, all these other links that get linked with Liverpool. Like, as far as I'm aware right now, the link that we've got on screen that we've not even spoke about yet, Ornstein and Joyce haven't even touched on this one yet.
No, they will do.
Right? Will do eventually, yeah.
They will do.
But, like, they don't touch on stuff unless they're told to touch on it.
Yeah.
They're not, I'm going to just say it, they're not a Lynch. They're not a, who's the other guy? Can't remember his name.
Bashcombe. Pierce.
Yeah, not a Bashcombe. They're not a Gorst. They're not a
Gorst.
Pierce. Not the whole Pierce situation. I find that very strange that he works at the Athletic when David Ornstein works there. But all the big breaking news, David Ornstein gets it, not James Pierce. When James Pierce is the writer for the Liverpool, whatever. Anyway,
well, I can tell you pretty much what went on there. Well, what in my opinion, Pierce used to write with the Echo.
Yeah.
He left from the Echo to the Athletic. I think there was more, let's say, artistic expression. And when he then actually called out the owners about the net spend, which he was actually ridiculing other people of doing 8 years before that, Klopp didn't want to speak to him anymore. So David Ornstein is now the golden child, the golden boy with the Athletic. That's my opinion on it. I don't like Pearson. I don't like Ornstein.
Jamie is right here in saying, like, it's simple. The reporters know Liverpool like him and they found out he's available, and that's why the report said if Liverpool went for him. Yeah, I get that. I would 100% agree with that if it wasn't Ornstein and Joyce. If the fact that it was Joyce and Ornstein, I just take that for me that it's come from the club, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. If it had been any of the other ones, yeah, I'd agree with that statement.
Are we on Twitch?
Yeah.
All right,
Teresa
_Len.
So anyway, I've had this up on screen for a bit now. So
Go on.
Apparently, Florian Plettenberg over in Germany is saying that Liverpool are basically willing to pay 25 million plus add-ons in euros, 25 million euros plus add-ons, for this Stefanos Zimmas. Is that how you say his name? It's Turkish. It's not Turkish. It's Greek.
Zimmas. Yeah, Timazas. Yeah, I think
Timazas. Yeah. Basically says that there's been a phone call a few days ago between Liverpool and the club, which is Nuremberg. Liverpool have spoken to the players' camp already, which, well, that's tapping up, isn't it? Anyway, the 19-year-old striker is regarded as one of the brightest forwards in Greece, scored 8 goals this season for Nuremberg, and they're planning to activate the 18 million buy option with the intention of selling him directly in the summer. So basically, Nuremberg are going to buy him for 18 million with the intention to just sell him straight away.
That makes no sense.
So then Nuremberg have set a price of 25 million, so they're going to make about 6 mil profit on him. And then it says that Liverpool, Chelsea, Brighton, Villa, and other Bundesliga clubs, including Bayern Munich, I think, if I'm right, Bayern Munich are also interested in him. I've been informed also of the situation. He's made 14 appearances, 8 goals, 2 assists, and like I say, he's 19 years of age. So apparently that is who Liverpool are apparently looking at. As Scott mentioned earlier regarding this whole situation, regarding strikers and everything like that, we are being linked with a lot of attackers, which when that Kvaratskhelia, I still can't pronounce his name, when that all blew up, when that first happened, I was kind of like thinking to myself, well, Liverpool need a DM, Liverpool need a centre-back, Liverpool need a left-back, but we're going to go buy a winger. Like, make that make sense, do you know what I mean? But, yeah. So what do you think anyway, Seano? Like we've got Jadon Danns as well, who, you know, obviously whenever he seems to play, he seems to score. But again, you got to bear in mind the opposition as well at the same time. When he does,
you got to bear in mind the age of the guy as well. I mean, he's got a great little attitude on him. I heard him being interviewed there after the Accrington Stanley game, and I just thought, you know, if what was that defender, Stefan Van den Berg? If Van den Berg had the same attitude as Danns did, maybe Van den Berg would be still at Liverpool. And Danns is just happy for the game time that he gets, whether it was from Klopp or from Slot. And you know, he took his chance well. But like I said to you, I've got great respect for how mature he was, you know, in the media. You know, good young potential, but we have to hold on to them. I always worry that as soon as these guys show up, potentially wise, and they're young, FSGC dollar signs and loan them out and sell them. So I'd like to see us holding on to the likes of Danns, holding on to the likes of Rio and Gumo, and you know, obviously Kay Jordan has come back from loan as well from Norwich.
Yeah, I expect him to be sold. I think he'll be sold. I think Ben Doe could be sold. I think, you know what? I know I did a video on it the other day, and I got people's opinions on it and everything like that. But there is a sneaky part of me, you know, that wouldn't be surprised if Harvey Elliott goes in summer.
Well, I mean, there is obviously talk about it. We've obviously recalled Ramsey, and Ramsey's gone back now to Kilmarnock, and he's on loan there with them. I just don't get all of these loan deals. It's all well and good to try and, you know, get them more experience and whatever, but when do we suddenly realize, well, are they a Liverpool player? Yes or no? Do they have potential to come on and do a job for us? And if not, we need to start beefing up the squad, because from what I can gather, we have a smaller squad than Arsenal, from what I can gather. And that's just simply not good enough. And that could be the difference between us winning the league and us not winning the league, and that's what it's all down for. I don't want to go into too much detail, about the other stuff that I want to rant about, because I don't want to go off subject, Adam. Because when I go on a rant, I will.
Well, we'll move on. But I guess we'll just say we've got what? When does the transfer window shut? Is it 31st or is it the 1st of February? Let me have a quick look. When does the... So it shuts at... I don't even say it. Just says 11 o'clock on Friday. I need the date. But it's the 3rd of February. So it don't shut until the 3rd of February. Does deadline day, which is a Monday. So we've got what? We've got 3 weeks technically left of this window right now. Scott, that's the one player I was thinking of as well. Tyler Morton. I won't be surprised if he's sold as well. He'll be moved on as well. I think he's the next Ben Doak. Not Ben Doak. I keep getting Ben Doak and Bobby Clark mixed up. He'll be gone like Bobby Clark, I think. But yeah, we've got 3 weeks from today till the deadline. I want to ask you a question, Seano.
Yeah.
Does anybody leave the club before then? And do Liverpool bring anybody in? Same question for chat. Do we lose anybody? And I mean, you can put youngsters in there, whichever, but do Liverpool also bring somebody in?
On a permanent or on a loan or both?
Anybody. Just bring them in.
No, I mean, leaving players.
Oh, yeah, they leave on a permanent, yeah. Oh, no. Just go. Because you could always, let someone... But I'm not... All right, if you're going to say stuff like that, okay, not including, Cade Gordon or Calvin Ramsey going out on loan, but, let's say the Darwin Nunez's or Harvey Elliott or whatever, do any of them leave on loan or permanent right now?
That's a good question. It really is. It's hard to know, really, because I think we're dealing with a bit of an absentee landlord that is Richard Hughes. He's done fuck all at the club. Fuck all. I don't give a fuck what David Ornstein says. I think we're more likely to see players leave the club in January than we are see players coming in. You have the likes of Man City that are, having the worst season they've had in the last 4, 5, 6 years, and Pep is there looking to spend 200 million in the January window. Now, I'm not saying go out and spend like that, but when they see a problem in their squad, they go out and they fucking fix it. We just leave ourselves short, and then we complain about it at a later stage. So I can't see us bringing in any players. I think you'll probably see, I know Scott is after making a joke there about contract extensions.
That was going to be my last question to you before I moved on. Do you think, again, chat, do you think by the end of the January transfer window, we know what's going on contract-wise?
We should fucking know about it. We should have known about it in November or in October or in December. We should have fucking known about it back then. What the hell is Richard Hughes doing? I mean, I'm sure you saw that the video that I put up on our Instagram. We have an Instagram page, ladies and gentlemen. Even Instagram are getting pissed off with us with how good it's going. But there was an Irish supporter that caught Richard Hughes coming into the ground, and they were like, "Sign the contract. Get him to sign give Virgil van Dijk contract. Give Salah contract." And it was raining or snowing at the time, and Richard Hughes kind of goes like this and then flies in. But at the end of the day, he needs to get the fucking finger out. He needs to get the finger out. All right, Mighty Red, Brandon, how are you? He needs to get the finger out. And so, in terms of contracts, I've no idea what's happening. I'll go so far as I think that Trent wants to stay.
Yeah, I think Trent's staying now.
Because when he was on that bench, when he was on that bench, going up to or at Spurs, and he goes like this, but you know, he holds on, and goes like that. That
Yeah, I don't believe none of that shit when players do that. Me, to be fair,
I know you don't, but I think it's his only way of saying I love this club and I want to stay at the club.
Do you know the reason why I know? Well, not know. You know the reason why I think Trent's staying now. I sent it to you yesterday.
You may have, and I totally forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But on the WhatsApp group as well, mate. I have sent you a video of the green kit as well. Have you had a look at that yet?
I did. It looks fucking superb. Take my money now, Adidas.
I know what it is though. After that stuff, when I've put everything up, when I put the post up about all the different kits and everything like that, I can't get out of my head now how that red one does look like a United kit.
Yeah, someone said that.
It does, doesn't it? It looked like a United kit.
Completely ruined it now for me. Yeah. Completely ruined it. And even the white one looks
like even the white one, yeah.
So
so I don't know what's going on with contracts, to be fair. We had the report that came out from Holland the other day where a journalist gave his opinion that he thinks that Virgil will stay, but all the ITKs around it saying, "Oh, look, Holland are saying that he's staying." No, he didn't say that. He said, "I think that they will stay," type thing. Martin's with us. Hold on a moment. Boom.
Oh dear.
Here he is. But yeah, I don't think we'll hear anything from the contracts or anything like that this month. I just don't.
All right, boyo.
All right.
I'm not happy with you, and you can't get over there because you live over there.
I do.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what do you think about the contracts, Martin? What do you think's going to happen?
Well, from my little thing that you know who I talked to.
Yeah.
I got to go back next week anyway. Dog, move. Bloody Gemma walking around again.
Hi, Gemma.
All right, I got cryptic. It was one's staying, one's done, one's gone. Both signed. That was it.
One's staying, one's done, and one's gone.
Yeah.
So would that say two are going and one is staying?
No, 2 are staying, 1 are going.
So but one's done.
One's already signed.
Oh, signed.
One's gone.
Yeah.
Both done. 2 are staying. And as I said to him, mate, it's too cold for this cryptic shit.
But
yeah, the guy I was looking at before, I don't know if you said it in the comments, was the one you had behind you, the young 19-year-old.
Yeah. Everyone was talking about him today with the reports that came out about him. Bit of this weird situation where the club are going to buy him and then they're going to sell him straight away. But I guess they just want to spin it, don't they? Get some money for him.
He's at FSG's right age to cash in on him as well.
Yeah. 100%. Especially we get him in young enough, playing for 5 years and then move him on. Yeah,
likes the young though.
Scott reckons Tyler Morton will be gone, and as did Brandon.
Yeah.
Was Brandon comment gone? Did Brandon say that? He did, didn't he?
He says one person will leave, and it'll be Tyler Morton.
I think we're very short as it is. We are extremely low in players, and if we're going to be getting rid of these few more play, I think how many have we got? 26, 27?
We've less than that. I think we're a smaller squad than Arsenal.
I was just going to say that we haven't got many more than Arsenal, and it's going to affect us. If we lose tomorrow, I said to Adam the other day, I think it was you, Adam. I said, I reckon Forest will do it.
It'd be pretty cool if they did, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to go and throw a 10 on him now, you know.
No.
Oh, no, Gemma's just said it was there. But yeah, I just think... I'd say I don't know what he's already spoke about because it's been a rush day today. It's just been hectic. But I don't know about you, Journos. I did say this to Adam. If the price is right, I'd say Kyle Walker me as backup for Bradley.
Fuck that.
But I knew you'd say that. I said that to you, didn't I?
Fuck him. No way.
We all know the reason why he wants to leave the country anyway. It's nothing
You
to
see
do
what
with
his wife
football,
said,
like.
though? I know you can't go too much into it. She's only
130
after the money.
reasons why he wants to go.
Yeah. You can't go over to Saudi because they're not married.
But I'll tell you one thing for nothing though. I reckon you'll probably see Tyler Morton going because there is a lot of rumor that this January or this month is going to be a big decision. So I think you're probably more than likely see him go. With terms of bringing in players, I don't think we're going to be bringing in any players. In terms of contracts, I put up a Facebook video of the infamous Joey Barton. People lost their fucking shit over Joey Barton, believe me.
1 minute, Sean. Sorry to interrupt, but Brian's just asked about the shirts. Brian, if you go to the community page on the YouTube channel, you'll see him. I put them up a couple of weeks ago, an image of the three of them. I'll try and pull them together now and show you them. But go on.
Oh, you're talking about the Liverpool jerseys?
Yeah. I'll try and get a picture and show you while you're talking, Seano.
So, Joey Barton was talking about the contracts, and he says that Liverpool have the league in their hands. The only thing that can stop Liverpool is Liverpool themselves with these contracts. And I think with the way that we've handled things, it's been disastrous. This is what Joey Barton was saying. He reckons that Trent is surrounded by divvies, and Salah wants the contract, but he's playing hardball. And he reckons Virgil is, being the ultimate professional and role model and captain, and he's just kind of he's cool and calculated and whatever about it. But he reckons if we don't sort out the contract fiasco, that this could end up costing us. And I think, and I'll make a point to this, guys. Put on mute, Martin, please. Though I'll make a point to this, guys. You'll have the likes of Trent celebrating, right? He's celebrating a goal, whether it's Accrington Stanley or whether it's West Ham or whatever. Usually, you're scoring a goal. You score a goal and you celebrate scoring one. Doing something for the team. When he scores a goal now, he's proven himself that he still has passion for the club because of this contract thing. And I think that's what is, I think Salah's doing the exact same thing as well. And I think that is very distracting. And if people don't think that this contract thing is off-putting, I think it bloody well is. And I think it's an absolute disgrace how the club have gone on about this and have left it for so long, that we're so close. We've got 3 weeks before these guys can sign into a contract with someone else, and we're in big trouble. Big trouble.
It's true, mate. They can't let it go on for much longer, surely. Are we going to get to the point where it gets to June the 31st when the contracts actually expire, and then they go, you know what, we'll give you a brand new one starting from tomorrow? When I don't know, it's a fucking piss take that it's taken so long. And as you say, Richard Hughes, that smile that he pulled when he could hear the fans saying what he was saying, I'm just like, you're a cock, you, mate.
He is a cock.
But I've got that video just to show people that kit. Sorry. So that's apparently one of the kits for next season.
I like the green one, but I'm a big fan of the red one.
Yeah. I like the I liked the red one as well until fucking that comment got mentioned about it looking like a United kit. I can't unsee it now. Brian, that Elon stuff will never happen, mate. Never happen.
They'll be running around with robots on the field.
That's it.
Doug says, has anyone seen the rumours saying that Forest and Chelsea have potentially breached PSI rules, and this could be a huge effect on the title race? Would only leave us and Arsenal in the race. I have seen something that broke just as we were about a couple of minutes before we were going live, Seano, that apparently, where's it gone now? I have to find it. That apparently, what does it say here? And that's the Merseyside derby. We're going to touch that next.
Well, I think there was talks of them
tomorrow morning. The Premier League will issue disciplinary charges against any club who have broken financial rules from 2021 to 2024. So City is going to be in there. Who else? Forest, Chelsea, potentially with club sizes, squad sizes they've got. Like, I won't rule it out, would you?
No, should have bought about 22
tomorrow.
players, for fuck's sake. I mean, Nottingham Forest bought about 22 players last season. Last season, they bought 22 players. Do you know? And Chelsea, I mean, they've got about 7 goalkeepers. There's no sign of them ever having any troubles with injuries. It's they've got these long-ass contracts, and they've signed, so many players. It's crazy, but this financial fair play and profit and sustainability is all a load of me arse. I mean, look how Man City have dived and ducked and weaved from taking responsibility for their breaches, and any fan that says Liverpool should spend, the old chestnut that gets thrown at them. Oh, well, you just want us to break, do you want us to breach financial fair play? No, dumbass. I want us to invest so that we can strengthen our grasp on a league title or a trophy this season, or trophies this season. What's wrong with that?
Ian said something earlier upstairs. Ian said something earlier on as well, saying about Nunez, and I missed it, Ian, so sorry about that. But he says here that Liverpool are going to record significant losses in the next round of financial accounts, citing no Champions League football impacting the figures heavily. And you've got to also remember as well, we did go out and spend a fair bit of money on all that midfield rebuild as well. So we'll have to wait and see.
Toby's a free agent now, so we could go down to Chelsea and make it there. Listen, guys, right, it's been really bothering me this all day, and I've said it before, and I don't know if you spoke about it, and I know it may not happen, but it's trying to be passed through the Parliament stage. It's early doors. What do you reckon about this banning headers from grassroots up to a certain age, up to 12? It's just not football, then.
Nah, it doesn't make sense to me.
No,
it don't make sense. Like, you suppose, how do you play the? I guess it
going on about Gary Mack and everyone, weren't he?
I guess it encourages them to keep the ball on the floor and to pass it about a bit because they can't put it in the air anymore and play out from the back and all that shit. But
Gemma, do you want to come on live here and say your bit? Well, shut up then. She's just got it's about this.
But I do get that it's about people hurting themselves and with all the stuff and everything like that. But
so what would you do about coming in from the corner on the chest, fun?
I know it don't make a part of it don't make no sense to me. Like, how is that game going to play now? You won't be able to have corners, will you?
No, because they were going on about the FA. They give £20 million towards some kind of something else, and they're going to offer £1 million, but that only covers, because it's 125 grand a year, they reckon, for the help and support that he's going to need. And it's that will only have 12 people, but surely now it's that era of it where it's all coming about. Because who else has got it now? And they're only 30, aren't they?
Well, there was Kevin Doyle, a former Republic of Ireland forward, who suffered with major headaches and head problems, from heading the ball. Obviously, you had Bobby Charlton, who suffered from dementia, as well as Jack Charlton. So,
on that, and I know Scott's just said it there as well about the pros are the medical reasons, cons are lack of development, for that. On that, aren't the balls made better nowadays than they were back with Bobby Charlton and stuff like that?
That's what they said when Bobby Charlton, who used to be like really heavy leather balls, and when they got wet, it held. But now they barely get like wet, and it's very lightweight. But even so, over the time, you're
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
get
yeah.
concussion. But it's not as bad as it once was. But what if they're going to take headers away from that young age? They've got to take the corners away. They can't. You can't. It's going to be touch football soon because you're not going to be able to do anything, and it's a shame on the game.
Like, obviously you're into rugby as well, and I guess it might. But have they done anything regarding that? Like, is anything?
Now if you get a head injury, it's automatically you're off for 10 minutes to get assessed, and you're not allowed back on. And if you get a HIA, that's it. You're off, and you finish the next game. You don't even play the next game.
That's similar to NFL then as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to just wait and see. We'll have to just wait and see what happens, and I guess see if it actually comes up into the big, the big boys leagues, like no more corners in Premier League or something. We'll have to just wait and see, won't we? But I don't know.
It's a shame, though. I know it's all illegal loopholes and stuff, but I just hope. I know the guy's all right at the moment, but it's a shame.
No, it is. It is. Is there any other topic, Sean, you want to talk about? Sorry, I think you had a few more, didn't
you? Well, obviously we have Kvaratskhelia gone to PSG, or that's what the rumor is. We have Omar Marouche. The likelihood is he's not going to, or he's not going to Liverpool. He's going to go to Man City. So.
Yeah. All right, and we'll talk about this then right quickly then before we go into anything else. What do you think about where they've put the Merseyside derby? So the Merseyside derby is on the 12th of February, which is now in between our 4th round away fixture against Plymouth, which is the 8th, and a home league game on the Sunday, which is the 16th. So basically Liverpool have got 3 games in 8 days.
I think we need to concentrate on the Everton game before the other ones. I think we need to go full throttle at Everton. We need to put our best players in and forget about FA Cup game.
Yeah, but we've got.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I think
we've got Spurs on February the 6th, so we have to think about Spurs. Plymouth, I would be playing the same sort of squad as we played under against Akron Stanley.
Yeah, that's definitely, because they deserve to see the top players.
I'd have them playing the same squad playing Plymouth, and then Everton. I would be. I'd have a full team out for Everton.
Yeah,
make them remember what it's like to lose at Goodison.
You're a tight bastard, you, Sean. You're not bitter at all, are you, mate?
No.
What about right quickly? I know, Sean, we've got the quiz coming up. About these rumors that are coming around over the past, I'd say 48 hours, maybe a little bit less, that Mo Salah has reportedly agreed to move to Saudi Arabia.
Bullshit.
I don't know whether it's bullshit or not. You see, the thing is, if you're fucking about like what we have been doing with these contracts, you know, these players are going to want to know where they're going to be in the summer, because, you know, okay, these are millionaires. That's fair enough, and they're paid an awful lot of money to play the sport that they love. That's great, but they also have children, right? And it's a big deal for them to move their house and home and their child to possibly another part of the country or another part of the world. And if Liverpool are fanning about with contracts, and Richard Hughes is just having a great big laugh that he's with his pal Edwards and whatever, I think it's majorly. I think it's disrespectful. So I think if Salah makes the move to Saudi Arabia, we've only got ourselves to blame for it. I think if Trent goes to Real Madrid, we've only got ourselves to blame for it. And I think if Virgil goes as well, we've only got ourselves to blame for it. And if you thought the amount of money that they were looking for is anything to go by, wait until you fucking see the amount of money that it will take us to replace or even attempt to replace these players that we would have lost for absolutely fucking nothing. And do you think for 1 minute that FSG are going to at all look at a transfer kitty that we've been promised every goddamn window that they have never given us? We've always had this sell to buy policy. So
no one else to sell.
We've got no one else to sell. So that is why we're not bringing in any players. So
and I think you may have took when I said bullshit, I didn't mean as in like, oh, it's all bullshit. I mean it's bullshit as in like the right reasons. Like
no, I know that, but it's just so goddamn frustrating, and it's so goddamn frustrating to see some of the fan base still support these owners and still support the way business is done. I don't think this is at all proper business. The fact that we could be losing the guts of probably 400 million worth of players, three players that like are bread and goddamn butter, and they're looking to leave on a fucking free. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Could they get rid of Nunez in January to fund Salah? I don't know. I fucking don't know.
See, Tom will be the ground announcer, so our ground announcer's going to get flogged as well soon, isn't he?
What?
Our Tannoy announcer.
Who? Fabrizio Romano said that just now that PSG and Napoli have been talking all day about a deal for that Kvaratskhelia. So let's just write him off the book, shall we? Should we? In fact, let me just make sure I've got everything covered here. Then,
We've
all right. One last thing.
Go on.
About the contracts, I guess. We're a bit all over the place tonight, guys. Basically, James Pearce wrote an article on The Athletic. How long ago was this? Oh, it was today. Basically saying that Trent is not talking about his contract openly out of respect for the club. Basically saying here, if I scroll down a little bit, he's remained silent on the topic all season. He hasn't spoken to the English written media since September, since he said that he wants to be a Liverpool player this season. He said, look, I've been at the club for 20 years. I've signed 4 to 5 contracts, extensions, and none of those have been played out in the public. That was his last quotes about his contract in public. He has conducted TV interviews since then, but has told the TV right holders that his contract is off limits as a topic to be spoken about. He said that the approach in terms of PR is also contrasting regarding like Virgil van Dijk, who answers questions openly to media after every game and has created a few headlines with the comments about his future. Despite his commanding performances so far this season, making it a no-brainer that Liverpool should simply just give him a contract, the Dutch defender has not sought to publicly turn the heat on the Anfield hierarchy. As captain, he feels a duty to ensure the focus remains fully on delivering silverware. Like Van Dijk, Salah has also made it clear his preference is to stay put. However, the Egyptian has increasingly used both the media and social media to increase the pressure on Liverpool.
Well, it's obviously not. It's obviously not worked. It's obviously not worked because there is no pressure on Richard Hughes or Liverpool to do anything about it, and that's a disgrace. And I think Salah has no choice other than to do that because he wants to stay at the club. He wants to stay at the club. He wants to beat records and break them constantly at Liverpool Football Club. And we're very lucky that, you know, he's kind of putting the contract to one side, but he's making it, you know, he's shown what he can do. And I think he's every right to speak up about his contract because I think, and I still say this to this day, guys, the club have been negligent, 110% negligent on these contracts. It's not the first time. It won't be the last time. There are players running down into the last 16 or 17 months of their contract and they will be in the same fucking position as Salah, Trent, and Virgil are in this time next year. They will be the Virgils, the Salahs, and Trents. So,
just what would you do though? Sorry, Adam, I need to get this off before you go on to the thing. I know it's probably unlikely that it would happen, but what would we do if it was Trent who signed and the other two fucked off? Where would we be there? How much of a knobhead would we be? All the fans.
I wouldn't be happy with any of them leaving. I wouldn't be happy with any of them leaving. So,
me neither, to be fair.
That's where I stand. I want the three of them to stay. We can talk about Trent and his defensive frailties and what have you. When he's scoring, when he's scoring and he's playing well, no one is complaining about that. We all have very short-term memories. When he has one bad game, that's magnified because of the contracts. When Salah is playing well, and then he speaks out about these contracts. Oh, he shouldn't be doing that, and that's what James Pearce is trying to do. He's trying to shame them into silence, and that's not how it is, because we know what's going to happen. These guys are going to be villainized when they do leave on the fucking free. Oh, we tried to offer them this, and this. That's what's going to happen.
Ian says, cooking me raw chicken here.
Does anyone know our definitive standing on PSR? I think we'll find out tomorrow, mate, if we get charged or not on that. Trent is remaining silent as it does not expose him to difficult questions. And then Gavin's with us. Gavin, I won't go into detail, mate, but I'm thinking about you. Mate.
I've not seen Richard the Red for a couple of days. A couple of weeks.
He was in a minute. He's on tonight. He's popped up here.
Right.
Is there? Richard the Red is here. Miss Goosy's not here. But Richard
the Red is. Richard the Red, where was you last week?
Probably in Botswana.
You send our books out, Adam?
What did you say? So basically, just finish off this article. He says, talking about Jamie Carragher now, he says that Jamie Carragher has been similarly outspoken when it comes to Trent. During a heated debate in a Sky studio after the draw with United, Jamie Carragher basically said that Trent will have known that Real Madrid were going to put a bid in and kick up a fuss ahead of the big game. However, he then went on to say that if he leaves for Spain on a free transfer, there should be no criticism given he cost nothing and that he remains desperate to stay at the club. Carragher knows from experience that local players tend to be judged differently. You can be taken for granted. It was telling that until recently, the only banner on the COP demanding that the owners dig deep to renew someone's contract was dedicated to Mo Salah. Trent hasn't sought to influence the fan base or set the record straight. No details have emerged regarding the contract offer he has been given. He simply allowed the storm to rage around him as he ponders the biggest decision of his life. Saturday brought a much-needed degree of calm to the situation. And that's basically the end of the article.
Well, I think Carragher's a prick as well. Since he's gone to Sky, he's a totally different person.
He is a totally different person. I saw that, Gavin, in it was reported on the Daily Star. He's had 5 games, 2 goals, and I don't know how many assists, 2 assists, I think, as well. 50 million, so that should suit.
I don't be paying 50 million for someone who's only got that. No way.
No, well, I mean, what I'm saying is that should suit the owners down to the ground. But I mean, they'll probably offer 35.
Brian said here he wants Trent to go. We've had a nightmare in that position since 2018. It's our weakest link. Wasn't fixed under Jurgen, and now it's the same under Slot. He has to go into midfield or be sold. I said to you guys, didn't I? I think that everyone's got it in their head that when Trent goes to Madrid, that he's going to play right back. I think he'll play midfield, me, because they're looking for somebody to come in to replace Toni Kroos. So I think if he goes to Madrid, which I don't think he is now, but if he goes to Madrid, I think he plays midfield. But anyway, I think we've left them long enough, mate. If you want to do this, should we do the quiz? I mean,
yeah, we'll do the quiz.
Is anybody here who wants to play the quiz? Should we do the quiz? We've got 12 people on YouTube watching, so let's crack on. Hand over to you, Seano.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're very welcome to today's quiz. So, the rules of this quiz is I'm going to ask a bunch of questions. I want them answered immediately. And the 3 people that get the question right the quickest get 1 point each. At the end of the 10 questions, if it's a tiebreaker, we then do a tiebreaker question between who's joined first. It's very simple, very straightforward. You can answer A, B, or C. They will be the answers, but we do have a non-multiple choice, and that will be who said it. Now, the who said it question, if you get it, you get 2 points. You get 2 points. Okay. So, are we ready?
Yeah. I just want to answer this question first from Eddie. Do you think we need new owners? Because I do. Yes.
Fucking damn straight we do. Yes, absolutely.
Scott can't do the quiz because he's working on some client programs in the background.
That's
I'm going to be in contact, mate. Anyway, it's January, mate. I'll be in contact.
Okay. So are we all ready to rock and roll? We've got Brian, we've got Gav, we've got Eddie, we've got Ricky. I hope we have a few others there. Okay, so question number 1. How many goals did Fowler score for Liverpool in his second game on the 5th of October, 93, a second round League Cup game against Fulham? Was it A, 3, was it B, 4, or C, 5? How many goals did Robbie Fowler score for Liverpool in the second game on the 5th of October, 93, a second round League Cup game against Fulham? Was it A, 3, B, 4, or C, 5?
You haven't sent me the answer, so I don't know.
I thought I sent it to you there.
Oh, you sent it over there, didn't you?
Yeah.
We talk too much on here.
We do. We might have to do the timer.
Yep. Where's it gone? It is
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9,
go away.
8, 7,
Sorry.
6,
It's on a
5,
loop for some reason.
4,
I've got to
3,
turn it off every time.
2, 1.
There we go.
That's Donald Trump counting the amount of new states he wants. So the answer to that is C. 5 goals.
We got Ricky and Gavin.
Okay. So question number 2. Who did Liverpool play in the FA Cup 96-90? Sorry, I'll ask that question again. Who did Liverpool play in the FA Cup 64-65 final? Was it A, Leeds United, B, Sheffield United, B, Sheffield Wednesday, or C, Sheffield United? So I'll ask that question again. Who did Liverpool play in the FA Cup 64-65 final? Was it A, Leeds United? Was it B, Sheffield Wednesday? Or was it C, Sheffield United?
Send us down to show now.
Huh? Oh, yes, sorry. It looks like we've only got about 2 or 3 people actually playing this. So this might be a little bit more. This might be something like last week.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, was indeed A, Leeds. So we have Gavin and we have Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so question 3. I'm just going to give you the answer. Okay, so question 3, ladies and gentlemen. What was the score in the final of the 64-65 final? Was it A, 1-0, B, 2-1, or C, 3-2? Was it A, 1-0, B, 2-1, or C, 3-2?
Is that for the game beforehand, yeah?
The 64-65 FA Cup final. Brian, have you got an answer for Brian here?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh! So the answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, was B, 2-1 to Liverpool after extra added time. Now, we're on to question 4. All right. Question number 4. Who did Liverpool sign John Arne Riise from? Was it A, PSG? Was it B, Lyon? Or was it C, Monaco? Who did Liverpool sign John Arne Riise from? Was it A, PSG, B, Lyon, or C, Monaco?
I would have thought we'd. I didn't even think of that, me.
Great player.
Yeah. We've had some really good left backs over the years, haven't we? You think about it. Really, really good left backs.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the answer to that is C, Monaco. C, Monaco. We signed him from Monaco. Okay. So the next question. This is what, question 5. How many times did Jamie Carragher been Liverpool Player of the Year? Was it A, 1, B, 2, or C, 3?
What was that question again?
How many times has Jamie Carragher been Liverpool Player of the Year? Was it A, 1, B, 2, or C, 3?
Wait for Brian's answer.
Might as well wait for Brian's answer.
That's an interesting one. That of it. I won't give. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Is that? Yeah. So Brian's answer. What did he put? Yeah. Okay.
So the answer to that is C, 3. So that was 99, 2005, and 2007. Okay. Question 6. Now, question 6. Which Liverpool player was the UEFA Player of the Year 2005? Was it A, Michael Owen, B, Steven Gerrard, or C, Xavi Alonso? And by the way, Brian got that question right, the last one.
Yeah. Yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So the answer to that was Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard.
Bit late there, Brian, mate.
Okay. Okay, so question number 7 was, who was the club captain from 1999 to 2002? Was it A, Jamie Redknapp, B, Dieter Hamann, or C, Nicky Barmby? He was the club. Yeah, he was the club captain from 1999 to 2002. Was it Jamie Redknapp, Dieter Hamann, or C, Nicky Barmby?
Nicky Barmby. Was he ever the captain of Liverpool?
Nicky fucking Barmby.
Remember when we signed him? I do actually remember that.
He
I think, wasn't that the same window we were going to go for Damien Duff, but he went to Chelsea and we got Nick Barmby? Yeah.
Pretty fucking much, yeah.
Do the countdown for Ryan.
We've got Ricky and Gavin with answers to the question, and then we've got Brian. Okay, are we going to do the countdown? I think.
No, it's just the three of them playing in it. So
yeah. So the answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed A, Jamie Redknapp. The answer to that is Jamie Redknapp. Okay, so the next question is question 8. Which Scottish team did we meet in the second round of the European Cup 1980 to 81? Was it A, Aberdeen, B, Glasgow Celtic, or C, Dundee United? Which Scottish team did we meet in the second round of the European Cup 1980 to 81? Was it A, Aberdeen, B, Glasgow Celtic, or C, Dundee United?
I always try when you answer the questions, I always try to like think of the answer myself before I have a look at what you send me. And I think I always get half of them wrong.
You just can't. You can't beat the quizmaster.
All right, that's it.
So the answer to that is A, Aberdeen. Okay, so bear in mind now the next question, ladies and gentlemen, is you get 2 points for this. Okay, you get 2 points. So if you're behind, this could be, the difference between you and second place. Okay, So, who said this? I love these player with 2 feet. Who said this? I love these players with 2 feet.
Is that it?
That's it.
I love these players with 2 feet.
I love these players with 2 feet. I love these players with 2 feet.
Yeah.
I love these players with 2 feet. We need to do a countdown.
Oh my God.
I love these players with 2 feet. Is Brian in there somewhere?
I'll play the countdown.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think this is the first time that we've ever got an answer right. Well, no, actually, sorry. Probably Brian is right. So the answer to that is actually Michael Owen. So that is correct. So Ricky gets 2 points for that. 2 extra points.
Yep.
Now. Okay. So the next question, this is the final question unless we have a tiebreaker, which is quite likely because there's only 3 of us. So question 10. Who was Liverpool's leading goal scorer in the league in their successful 89-90 season? Was it A, John Aldridge, B, Peter Beardsley, or C, John Barnes? Who was the leading goal scorer in the league in their successful 89-90 season? Was it A, John Aldridge, B, Peter Beardsley, or C, John Barnes?
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the answer to that was indeed John Barnes. And Gavin was the only person that got that right.
So off the back of that, Gavin pulled it back. Ricky was winning by 1 point after that 2-pointer that he got, and then Gavin got the points, so they're drawn level now. So yeah, if you got a tiebreaker for Gavin and Ricky, we'll do that now if you want.
We have a tiebreaker. Okay. So this is for Gavin and Ricky only. Gavin and Ricky only. So I just want Gavin and Ricky just to say hello. I'm here. Because you're about to go into the tiebreaker. And with the tiebreaker, it's the first person to get the answer, gets the point, and wins the game. Ricky and Gavin, are we here?
They'll be here.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask the question anyway. Okay.
Yeah, Ricky's won a few weeks, mate. Gavin, you've both won a week.
Okay. How many league goals did John Barnes score in the 89-90 season? Was it A, 20, B, 21, or C, 22? How many league goals did John Barnes score in the 89-90 season? Was it A, 20, B, 21, or C, 22?
There you go.
Gavin. Well done, my friend.
Done, mate. Well done, Gavin. Congratulations. Well done, Gav. You won that one, pal.
What's the league? Yes, Gerard 41. We are on Monday at 7 p.m. GMT.
Yeah. Well done, Gav. So, let me have a quick world about, see if there's anything that we could talk about while we've just been doing that quiz.
I love the quizzes, mate. I get to do me dishes.
Let's see if I can see anything else. I actually think there's nothing, guys. I literally think that there's no news, there's nothing. Oh, actually, interestingly, Liverpool have just shared a video of Darwin Nunez scoring in the 99th minute against Forest at the City Ground last time.
That's a promoting him to sell. Look what you can have.
Other than that, guys, I think that is pretty much it. There doesn't seem to be much around here, to be fair, to talk about. Unless...
Do you know, I don't think we're going to sign anyone this window. And I reckon if we'll probably sign one in the summer, and that'll be a horrendous 12, 18 months.
I saw this rumour doing the rounds yesterday, but I didn't want to touch on it or anything. But apparently Liverpool have been in contact with El Hadj Malik Diouf's agent about being the long-term successor to Andy Robertson. He plays for Slavia Prague. He's 20 years of age.
Anything with El Hadj Diouf's name on it, I go against. So
yeah, I just thought you were going to go on about El Hadj Diouf. I was like, no.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Can't see if there's anything else.
He's in jail now, anyway, isn't he?
Don't think so. No.
Yeah,
I think that might be
18 months. Oh, Cisse,
yeah. That's that one. That's this one. That's it, really. That's about it, guys. Nothing much else to talk about, really. Right then.
We just need to get our fucking our finger out, and people need to be a little bit more wiser to what has been reported out there. And anyone that's on the Facebook page, give over about Joey Barton, whether you like him, hate him, love him, have a tiny little crush on him, makes no difference. Take on board what he's actually saying, and you know, if you agree,
I thought it was a great interview. I thought it was fucking spot on.
Well, I think it was too. I don't agree that I think he's a little bit critical, a little bit too critical of Gerrard, or not Gerrard, of Trent.
Yeah, but I was hoping he would do it in his French accent.
But anyway, I think us as a fan base, I think we've been too lenient on these guys and these owners, and I think we need to really we could lose these 3 players on a free. It's crazy that it's come down to that. So,
have you seen the 11 who's on the free Bosnian at the moment? What a team that is! Check it out.
Let's have a look. See if I can find it right on here.
I'm going to see if there's anything else on the.
I'm not paying for that. That's 2015, 2015.
I'll try and find it and I'll send it over to you.
Oh, here we go. I might have found it here. If this is the right one. No, that's Stoke.
It's all time, 20, 25 free players, or whatever they are, the team of the year or whichever it is. I had loads of really good players, yet they're getting old, but it was a cracking team.
Yeah. Let's look what it says here. Gavin says, I want this in the summer. Ornstein and Deutsch to stay quiet until deals are in place or done. Yeah. I think a lot of people could agree with that. Brian, Paddy comes out of the pod pissed, staggers into the local library thinking it's a chip shop, shouts, could I have a burger and chips, please? The girl replies, shoosh to the library. He then whispers back, could I have a burger and chips, please?
That's Sean
Oh,
going to that pub next to that chippy by the Flat Iron.
oh my God. That's those curry chips are amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You want to try the barbecue sauce on them? They're even better.
No. Definitely no.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
I think we'll leave it there then.
I think
All right, then, before we go, what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
2-1 to Liverpool. I never back against my team, so 2-1 Liverpool.
I know Martin's going to go against Liverpool just for shits and giggles.
I'm not. I'm going to say 4-0 to Liverpool.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I'm going to say, Jota 2. If he plays, McAllister. I'm going to reckon if Curtis Jones plays, Curtis Jones will.
I can't remember what my starting 11 one. I think I
think
I had
11 was something similar to mine.
I think I had Alisson, Bradley, Kanate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Szoboszlai, Gakpo, Diaz.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I reckon 2-1 as well.
I think we should put Nunez on though, just so he can sell himself.
He can't play. He's suspended.
Well, he is, isn't he? He's a right feisty fucking him.
Yeah, can't play. Gavin says here that Mamouche wanted to play with Salah. He's now going to City. Makes you think. Gavin reckons a nervy 3-2 for Liverpool. Ricky says if we use the ball well and don't play emotional like we did against United, then I think we'll win. Agree.
See, the thing is, with Forest, they're quite happy. Let us have the ball and they let us on the counter. That's what they've been doing. They're more than happy to let us have it.
Brian says 2-1 also to Liverpool. It's a late one tomorrow as well, isn't it? It's 8 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm on call as well, so I won't even be able to watch it.
Bloody hell. But, right then, guys, I think we'll call it there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a great evening. We'll be back tomorrow with obviously a match reaction to the game, all being well. Gavin's asked the question: would you take Gibbs White? No.
Oh, I'd take just to piss Sean off, Kyle Walker.
Fuck off with your Kyle Walker. Have you looked at the stats?
Mate, I fucking said this.
The stats with City with him in the team and City.
Yeah, they've lost 11 and won 2. I'm all on it. That's why I'm fucking saying it.
Want Kyle Walker?
I'm taking the piss.
Fuck him.
I'd even have an Anna from United to put him in goal.
All right, Brian Carson. Fella says play Nunez. He's suspended. Great pundit. There you go. Your first critic there, Martin.
I love it. Keep him coming. Keep him coming.
That's brilliant, Brian.
Yeah, I can laugh him off, Sean. Don't ever say anything like that to Sean, man.
I'm laughing.
You won't let it go. He'll just bitch and then he'll stalk you.
Right then, guys, we'll end it there. Thanks for watching. We're back tomorrow with a match reaction to the game. And if any of the news pops up, I will do a video on that as well. But yeah, guys, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, Brian Carson.